Welcome to MechWarrior Online. This is Fuzzy Nova, and today we've got the Jagermech A variant. I wanted to do a classic mech, and the Jagermech is a mech that I have not done in a very long time. So the A variant. I want to do this video because I want to catch Critical Rocket's stream. If you guys have not seen Critical Rocket, he is a MWO content creator. He does MechWarrior Online videos, lore videos, and he also has some other games that he plays, but his main thing is MechWarrior Online. If it wasn't for Critical Rocket, I probably wouldn't even be playing this game. He was really one of the first real content creators that I watched, and I got hooked on from the very first time I watched his channel. He's just got good content, and he streams every Friday, usually around evening time. Well, at least my time is around like 5 or 6, but I live in North Carolina, so time difference it's different. I'm on UTC time, I believe. Anyways, yeah, I definitely want to catch that stream. So we're gonna play a few matches in this Jagermech, and I'm not running it stock, but I'm also it's not bare bones, but I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. But the Jagermech is basically a bigger blackjack. I done a blackjack video recently, and I was talking about the Jagermech, and it's just a beefed up version of the blackjack. Jagermechs are basically the fire support. You got that DACA support there, and as you can see by the size of my barrels, I am definitely using AC2s because they're just so much fun. And classic AC2 Jagermech is just kind of brings back those good memories, because the Jagermech has definitely been here since the dawn of this game. Another thing with the A variant, a lot of Jagermechs come with ballistic and energy. This one has missile heart points, and it has quite a few of them. And a lot of the times you'll see long range builds with the Jagermech, and this is like kind of half and half the build that I got going on. You'll see LRMs a lot of the time paired with AC2s, which is a good build to use, but it's too common. And I'm going to take a break from LRMs for at least this video, and we're going to use something else. But yeah, the design of the Jagermech is classic, very good looking mech, fire support mech, second line mech, and I really do like those second line mechs. I've got this weird thing with lore and mech types, and I like ground units, military units, type of mechs. It's just a weird thing. I don't know. The more classic, the better I like it. The more military style, the more I like it. Not to say that I'm not into like sci-fi looking mechs and alien looking mechs like the Marauder, but I do like the classic designs a lot better than I do the newish designs. Anyways, good looking mech. We all know it's a good looking mech. And you know what? I think the Jagermech gets a bad rap. For those pilots that do appreciate this mech and do understand it and like piloting it, then awesome. But I've heard a lot of banter and shit talk about the Jagermech throughout the years on the game and in the forums. People saying the Jagermech sucks, it's a piece of shit, oh my god, why did I buy this mech? It's just the way you build it, okay? And you got to give it a chance. But if you don't like the blackjack, if you don't like the Jagermech, if you don't like the rifleman, then yeah, you're probably not gonna like this mech. Let's go ahead and take a look at the mech lab, see what we got. Okay, so we have a 65 tonner here, 65 ton heavy mech, and the Jagermech A variant comes with 2 ballistic, 2 energy, and 4 missile hard points. It's got 4 of them. That kind of sold me right there. I'm like, damn. So yeah, a lot of Jagermechs come with 4 ballistic. This one has the 2, and 4, so it makes up for the 4 missile. I'm sticking with the AC2s. Got regular AC2s that the mech came with. We're sticking with those. It also came with 2 medium lasers. We are also sticking with those. And it also came with LRM-15s, two of them. And I was working with those for a while, but decided to take those off. No LRMs today. I decided to go with SRM-6s. I've got 3 of them. I got 2 in my right arm, and I've got 1 in my left arm. Now, it is odd pairing SRMs with AC2s because the range difference is just completely insane. The AC2s have a super long-range weapon, and then you've got the SRMs, which are more medium to very close range. But it works. That's the thing. I was testing it out, and it works. So we've got our AC2s for that range, and then we've also got the 3 SRM6 and 2 medium lasers for medium to close range. So we can do a decent amount of damage at both ranges. Anyone gets up close, we can blast them, and it's gonna hurt. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tons of AC2 ammo and 2.5 tons of SRM ammo. Now, I do have ferrofibrous and I do have Indosteel. The one thing that I would definitely recommend that I didn't do is do a double heat sinks, because the heat management is kind of hot with the Jagermech, but at the moment I can't do so. We're still going to run it anyways. That's what I've been doing, and I'm going to change it to double heat sinks as soon as I can. But right now, heat management is 1.19 out of 2, and that's not that great. So you definitely want a better heat management. I got a standard 260, 64.8 kph, keeping the standard engine in there. So yeah, double heat sinks, definitely do it if you can. If not, it's still runnable. I've been running it just fine. It's just a little bit hotter. But double heat sinks is definitely a must if you can. So, armor points, 82 CT, 48 torsos, 32 arms, 32 legs. The only thing with this is I had to sacrifice about 2 tons for armor points. The armor in the CT, torsos, and arms was a lot lower. I'm telling you, the CT was like 50 points. I had to put an extra 30 points of armor in the CT, about 20 extra points in the torsos, and about 12 to 15 extra points in the arms. The legs, as you can see, still have 28 points left in them, but the legs are okay. I haven't been legged in the Jagermech yet, so I think my legs are fine. But your arms, watch out for those. The Jagermech really doesn't have arms. It's got these blocky pods with your, of course, with your gun barrels, but they are susceptible to being blown off. It happens. It's been happening to me quite a bit. I usually lose some weapons each match. The Jagermech is just targeted in that way, and as you can tell, the design of the Jagermech is just it's sort of odd. So torso twisting in this thing only goes so far. It only goes to a certain extent, and it's just the way the mech's designed. It basically looks just like a giant torso walking around. I mean, literally. That may be really the only downside to the Jagermech, but its fire support and suppressing abilities really does make it a good heavy mech, and it makes it a top choice. So if you're into the DACA, the Jagermech is one of those mechs that you need to get, and they're reasonably priced. It's just the upgrading that costs quite a bit more, and if you're wanting to put a different engine in it, XL, yeah, it's going to cost quite a bit. But I wouldn't put an XL in the Jagermech, unless you're looking for some sort of crazy build. But no, it's fine how it is. 2 AC2s, 3 SRM6, 2 medium lasers. We are going to get into a match here, but before we do, I forgot one thing, the enhancements. The enhancements that the Jagermech comes with is pretty kick-ass. It's got minus 5% ballistic cooldown, plus 15% ballistic velocity, that's really going to help, minus 5% missile heat generation, plus 10% ballistic range, minus 10% missile cooldown, and plus 10% range. So it's got some good quirks. It really does. It's got some great quirks, and it's a fun build. That's what I'm all about. I love doing fun builds. And let's go ahead and get to a match. I'll see you guys on the battlefield.
Today's discussion is on the Jagermech. Let's begin. Designed in 2774 as an anti-aircraft platform and long-range fire support unit, the Jagermech was intended to correct several perceived faults of the original Rifleman. Callan Industries went about reviewing the battlefield's performance of the Rifleman and identified 3 critical flaws. It ran too hot, it was too lightly armored, and it didn't carry enough ammunition. Callan's engineers built the Jagermech with these issues in mind, and while they managed to address the heat and ammunition problems, they were unable to increase its armoring despite the larger chassis. In the end, the company saw this as less of an issue since, as they noted, the Jagermech is a second-line mech whose long-ranged autocannons allow it to engage many enemies without suffering return fire. During the Succession Wars, the largest numbers of Jagermechs served the Federated Sons and Capellan Confederation, with relatively few found in the other great houses. The mech became especially associated with the Suns, not least because its primary factory was located on the moon Talon, and was used extensively by the armed forces of the Federated Suns. It was most often used to form fire support lances, working in conjunction with similar mechs like the Dervish and Rifleman, while also being deployed as part of attack and strike lances to provide support for their lance mates. After the fourth succession war, Callan contracted out with Independence Weaponry on Quentin to increase production of the Jagermech, but the planet was captured by the Draconese Combine in the War of 3039 and the production line fell under their control. Although the Puritans were never big fans of the mech, it slowly began appearing in large numbers in their armed forces. Despite its improvements over the original Rifleman, it soon became apparent the Jagermech was in desperate need of a redesign to improve survivability on the battlefield. Utilizing lost tech which had been discovered in the last few years, Callan was able to build a new variant, the JM-60D. Fortuitously, it came into production just months prior to the clan invasion. After the Wolf's Dragoons Summit on Outreach, First Prince Hans Davian agreed to share the technical specifications of the JMSDD with the Puritans, resulting in these new Jagermechs seeing significant action across the clan's invasion paths. After the war, nearly every regiment in the Draconese Combine and Federated Commonwealth featured new and refitted Jagermechs. After the Fedcom Civil War, further development of the Jagermech split along three different lines. The first was simple field refits of the original JM-60D, such as the H and DG models. The second was a complete overhaul as part of Victor Stein and Avian's redesign for Davian Pride program, resulting in the Jagermech 3. The third was the creation of a divergent line, the JM-7 series, built on a slightly heavier chassis. In 3069, the Jagermech factory on Talon was destroyed due to the jihad, leaving only the Quentin factory to still produce the mech. Also, I have some information that might interest some of you. Fuzzy is starting a unit in the near future. It will be weekly unit drops as a showcase original. The name has already been established. If you're interested in applying for a position at Urban Tactical Joint Operations, then contact Fuzzy. That is all for today. Bitchin' Betty signing off.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
We have the classic Jagermech with us today, the A variant. Just really wanted to do an old school mech, and the Jagermech is definitely one of those. Look at those beautiful, just cockpit's great, and we've got those amazing AC2 barrels there. Just love it. Honestly, any autocannon looks great on the Jagermech. It's just, I don't know what it is about it. Just having those things stick out there is just, it's awesome. AC2s, yes, they don't do a lot of damage, but the range on them is great, and it's just, it's about the fun. It's a lot of fun. And, we're just gonna do this match. I think Critical Rockets stream is gonna start soon, so we'll just do this match and then get ready to watch that stream there. But there's so many builds you can do with this. It was just kind of a time thing. I just threw this together really quick. And, you know, definitely Jagermech with heavier autocannons is usually the way to go. But if you like AC2s, then this is not a bad idea. MRMs as well. You could put 4 MRM-10s on this baby, no problem.
New target acquired.
Looks like, yeah, our team is focusing heavy on the D4 line here. So I'm gotta make sure we don't get left behind. If you don't pay attention, your team starts rotating. You will definitely get left behind. There was an archer on top. Let's see if I can get him. Come on out, buddy. Come on out. All right, we're gonna move up just a bit here. See if we can get a. Oh, looks like we got another problem. Ugh! medium pulse and MRM 40 looks like, which is not a bad build. Okay, we're gonna jump down now. No one else is up there. They are now deciding to go up, just a couple of them. And yeah.
New target acquired.
That Warhammer right there, we're gonna focus on that CT. Those SRMs really do hurt.
New target acquired.
Oh my god.
New target acquired.
Alright, Jagermech. It is 2-2-1. Basement is very hot. I bet.
Acquired.
I bet. Alright. Are they all in the basement?
Target destroyed.
What the hell? No, where the fuck?
Target acquired.
This is very odd. Oh.
Target acquired.
Huntsman. Okay, they're you guys, bunch of pussies. Oh, they're coming up behind us. Nice.
Right torso.
Eben Jag.
Autocannon
Archer.
destroyed.
That damn Archer.
Destroyed. Target acquired. New target acquired.
Dumb, really stupid, just stupid decision by the team here.
Target acquired.
Ooh, that Archer got a good hit on me there. Took out half of my weapons. That kind of pisses me off a little bit actually.
Destroyed.
I lose like half of my weapons every time in the Jagermech, and I know I don't have all the armor points fulled out on my arms, but still, going after this rifleman here. Nope. He's down.
Warning.
Jump down right in front of these assholes.
SRM.
Going on this Eben Jag. Just gonna keep pounding them with that AC2 SRM6 and medium laser. There we go. Come on.
Target destroyed.
Nope. And we got this Griffin here, fighting for his damn life.
Target acquired.
The rest might be in the basement. Oh, nope. What do we got?
Target acquired.
Got a direwolf. CT is wide open.
Target destroyed.
These are a bunch of cock blockers. I do not care for matches like this. There goes the Huntsman. Unfortunately, this is the only match I'm going to play, but it turns into this sometimes. And unfortunately, it was this match. But nevertheless, the Jagermech's a good mech. Going after hitting that Raven right there. Oh, and oh my god, we got that Raven at the last second. My SRM pierced his torso there, taking him out. We are face to face with this Huntsman here. And there goes the Huntsman. But as I was saying, yeah, the Jagermech's a great mech. Unfortunately, matches like this, it's basically just really no actual. I mean, the Archer got a good hit on me, but other than that, I'm walking around. Look, I mean, the enemy was so spread out on different corners of the map. It was just a hide and seek game with a couple good enemy pilots here and there. But the rest is just everyone trying to get that kill. Everyone's running, trying to find the enemy, jumping in front of each other. I've got to the point where I'll shoot you in the back. And I know that sounds salty and like just like, you know, mean, but I will. I will shoot you in the back. And I expect the same from anyone else. You know, I try to have, what is it, battlefield courtesy? Is that what it is? Try not to stand behind somebody, especially on a fucking ramp. Try not to jump in front of people. Just things like that. 1 kill, 9 assists, 1 KMD. We did a good amount of damage too. So, I mean, 12-5. Unfortunately, it was one of those matches, as I explained. But, all in all, Jagermech's a good mech. Whatever you do with it, AC2s is just a lot of fun. And I do have my next video, we have some special mechs. Really special mechs, so stay tuned for that. See you guys next time. Fuzzy Nova out. Time to watch the stream. You rock, Critical.